Why is the West falling? And who is actually holding the matches? Welcome back to the Intelligent Observer, the home for no barred truth. If you're tired of the mainstream script, subscribe now to support this up-and-coming channel. Today, we are dissecting a viral interview between Tucker Carlson and Professor Jiang Xueqin. You can find the link to the original video in the description below. We're using this specific conversation as a case study to show you how narrative framing works in real time, and I'm also going to show you how I use AI as a high-tech BS detector to navigate these dark times of info war. I specifically asked my AI collaborator to wear the hat of a psychologist and a mind reader for this analysis. Why? Because on the surface, this interview is about Middle Eastern geopolitics and eschatology, the study of the end times. The professor is steady, confident, and brilliant when discussing Israel and the US deep state. But as a cognitive human with instinct, I noticed a shift. Tucker seems to be testing the professor's intentions. He's looking for the hidden hand behind the controlled demolition of the West. But watch closely. Every time the why comes up, the professor pivots. The professor frames China as a middle kingdom, insular, conservative, and essentially useless at world conquest. He claims China has no grand strategy. In psychology, we call this strategic diminishment. It's the art of appearing weak to stay off the radar. He even tells Tucker that Chinese students love Western classics like Plato and Homer more than Westerners do. It's a sophisticated, humble brag. He's positioning China as the moral successor to the West, not its destroyer. But notice, Tucker tries to see if the professor will admit that Eastern deep states might be nudging the dominoes. The professor doesn't mention a word. Silence, in psychology, is often as loud as a scream. I am a fan of Professor Jiang's work, but in an era of total info war, we must trust but verify. We cannot fall prey to videos just because they match our biases. This is where AI becomes your greatest ally. I use AI to cross-reference these narratives, detecting where a speaker is clinically certain and where they suddenly become vague. It helps me see the ingredients left out of the narrative meal we're being served. Is the professor a prophet, or is he a master of diversion? You have to ask. If the West is committing suicide, who is standing by to inherit the estate? I want to hear from you. Do you think Jiang is being a humble historian, or is this a masterclass in narrative framing? Comment below. I read every single one. Don't let your dislike for one deep state blind you to the existence of another. If you value this kind of deep dive, raw analysis, subscribe to the Intelligent Observer and share this video. Let's build a community that values truth over comfort. Check the link in the description for the full Tucker interview to see if you spot the same red flags I did. Stay sharp. I'll see you in the next one.